Good morning, happy Monday, Mindfulness Monday. Welcome. The Johanna White in the house, no makeup per usual on a Monday, but that's not what we're here for. We are here for peace and serenity and mindfulness and all the good things. So let me just shut this over here because this is going to make me scroll out like nobody's business. Okay, so hello everybody. If you are on the live version of this live, which means this little red live button is here and this number, drop a hey below. Tell me where you're tuning in from. You know how we roll over here. Good morning, Pam and April. I will try to say hey, good morning to as many people as I can, but we do need to dive into some content today because it is a little bit I might not do it all just because I want you guys to get on the newsletter because it's bananas. It's bananas over there. The things that I send in that document are mind altering. Okay. Good morning, Jennifer. Hello. Okay. So I am going to drop my link real quick. You guys know it's just for you guys to get on my newsletter, all the good things. And then we're going to talk about chakras today and balancing yourself, how to see if you're imbalanced, how to see if you're in balance, and then if you are imbalanced, whether overactive or not active at all, how we can balance those out for you, okay? And you can move on with your lovely self every single day of your life. Good morning, Paulina and Sherry and Natasha and Liz. Hello, friends. I'm so excited. You guys, I'm really excited. It's so funny, okay? It's so funny. While I'm getting my link up, I'm going to tell you this. So every week we do this, right? Monday at 10 a.m. Central Standard Time, Joe is here dropping some nuggets and value and amazingness for you to find peace in your life and happiness and fulfillment and mindfulness, because the chaos in the world right now, this is the perfect time for you to dive into some, practices, belief practices in your life that may or may not work for you. But you know what? I feel like you're here for a reason. You're listening to me for a reason. You're on my newsletters for a reason. And the universe has brought you here for a reason. So don't poo-poo it. Listen, absorb it, and then maybe try it in your life and see if it works or not, okay? Hello, Kiki and Sherry and Caitlin and Martha and Sally. Whoop, whoop. Okay, so let me get on my live here and drop my link and my comment, all the good things. You guys know how I roll. Hold up. But I was just telling my husband yesterday, that I do not plan, I like to plan my weeks, right? I plan my month. Every Monday we do this. Every Tuesday I have something else planned. Every Wednesday I have something else planned. Every Thursday I have something else planned. But my content that I bring on Mondays, I don't plan until the day before or a couple days before because I want to feel it. I want to be passionate about it. And I feel like if I would choose it a month ahead of time, when the day comes, I'm just like, you know what I mean? I want to be in the moment with you guys. I want to be fired up and energetic and at a high vibration level with all of you, right? So I'm dropping my link here real quick, you guys. I'm going to get it pinned. And then we will get it shared to my personal wall so people do not miss out. Where are we here? Right post. Boom. There it is. Hello, Alethea. Hello. Good morning. Say hey, friends. Say hello, Ashley Love. And there we go. You guys, I still have glue in my lashes from last Wednesday. I legitimately cannot get it out of my extensions. I have tried. It is what it is. So you guys know every Monday, I'm going to back up, you guys. I feel like I'm in your face. You guys know that every Monday we're going to do these Mindfulness Mondays. We've been doing them all month. You guys have been loving them. The feedback I have been getting from you guys is, it literally makes my heart so happy and sing so loudly. So that makes me happy that I'm bringing value and content to you that you want to hear, that is helping you, and you feel some type of change. You guys disregard what is going on top of my head, okay? So with that, we do the video, right? We do the video together. You can hit up the replay later. And then anybody who gets on my newsletter list, which you can get on below, I have it linked below and above at thejohannawhite.com. You can get on my newsletter list. It's 4 or 5 options down the list to get on my free email list. And then every Monday night, it's either Monday night or Tuesday morning, I try to give you guys the whole day to get on my list before I drop the document. Because if you're not on the list when I drop the document and I send you the email, you're going to miss it. It's free, you guys. It's literally value I'm just giving out for free. So you can get on the list. It'll give you the video replay. It'll give you the link to my my Facebook business page to go make sure you follow so you don't miss out in the future. It also gives you a link to my document that I typed up of all the things that we talk about in the video, okay? Because we do have people who don't want to listen to a video for half an hour. We do have people who don't want to read a document. So I give you two options to try to get your content or do them both, right? And I always give you crystal recommendations if you guys want them. I am, like I said, I promise, me and my husband are working on getting my website all cleared up for Velvet Noire Boutique, and all of my crystals will be dropping in there. As of today, we will be adding a chakra bundle as well, which will involve all of these stones right here and instructions on how to use them and why they're important for your chakras, okay? No, girl, no. This is what it looks like faded. I have not had my hair colored in a month. I'm going in on tomorrow. Tomorrow to get my roots touched up because it's been a hot minute, all the things, okay? All right, so let me pull out my document because I always try to have my document typed up ahead of time, prepared for this because I know there's questions that'll be asked, and I want to make sure I have everything that you guys need and want in the video itself. And then it keeps me on track. So I'm giving you the proper and legitimate documentation and information that you guys deserve. So you guys know on Mindfulness Mondays, we do our little smudging together. It's something I do with myself every single day anyway. So I always just save it to do it with you guys on Mondays. So I hope you guys love it. So I'm just going to light my candle. You guys know, do soy or beeswax, and then make sure there's no petroleum in there, and the wick is cotton, okay? So usually your organic candles, your natural candles, people who make homemade candles, those are candles you want to use because you don't want all the carcinogenic junk that's in, like, no offense, Bath and Body Works, but you know what I mean? Like, nasty Walmart candles, stuff like that. You don't want those carcinogens going into your smudge sticks because you're literally not doing yourself a favor at all. So I always do my candle. It's just easier to light my smudge stick. We'll do my white sage. I'm still waiting on all of my new smudge bundles that are, smudge sticks, excuse me, that I'm trying out. So I usually do white sage and Palo Santo, and I just bought some with rose petals, cedar, blue sage, and lavender. And I've done lavender. I have lavender sitting in my bedroom, actually, because I just like it. I think it's beautiful. I think it smells amazing. And then you can burn it, too. It's really good for sleeping. So I'm just finishing up my white sage. I'm waiting for those bundles. There was a big delay due to COVID. So they actually emailed me over the weekend and said, hey, we haven't forgotten you. We got some shipping delays. I was like, okay. It is what it is. Hello, Faith Lovey. So I'm just lighting my smudge stick. And then you can just kind of smoke it out and blow on it, right? Because anybody watch Naked and Afraid? I'm obsessed. Okay, I've seen every single season, every single episode, including all the XLs, including all the reunions. And that's how you know you keep a fire going. You give it a little bit of air, a little bit of. Feed it. Good morning, Decora. So I love like bathing in the smudge. It's really uplifting, you guys. It's an antibacterial, it's uplifting, it's calming, it's soothing. It brings me to peace. It literally, I feel like, clears my mind when I do sage, and we burn it throughout the whole house. Gets rid of negative energy, negative thoughts. I do it all along my body, you guys. Just kind of smoke myself out. You guys know how I roll. And then I just let it kind of burn out in here and smell it. Smell all the love and the joy. Davina, I actually have them in my boutique. So I do have a few cleansing kits still available. I think I have 6 cleansing kits here, which come with the Palo Santo, come with a white sage smudge stick, comes with an amethyst and a rose quartz and the abalone shell. So my abalone shell is what I put my smudge sticks in, which also has its own properties and benefits as well, and it's beautiful. And it helps so you don't burn your damn house down, okay? So it comes with the abalone shell with it. It comes with matches. It comes with a little Buddha candle. It comes with a little tea light candle. What else does it come with? I gotta think for a second. Was that it? I don't think, this round didn't come with selenite, I don't think. But my first round went out with selenite. My new ones that I'm doing will have selenite in them. And then this is my Palo Santo. So anybody who wants my cleansing kit, all you gotta do is go to the Johanna White, get into my boutique, make sure you're in there, and it's the announcement post. My Boho Soul boxes are sold out right now, but my cleansing, my Earth Hippie boxes are, I have a few left, and they're sitting right here. And I can get them out this week. Okay, so now I'm gonna let this burn out, okay? I love this one. It's like a minty, it's so good. Anyway, let's get going. I'll let those burn out while we're doing this. Okay, so we're going to talk about chakras. Just flood me with some hearts if you know what a chakra is, or you've heard the term chakra. Maybe you don't fully understand what a chakra is, or your chakras, but you've heard the term before. Tell me. Hold on, you guys. Hold up. Okay. Yay! You're getting some chakra crystals. Yay! Decora, you might not be. All you gotta do, everything to access everything about me, go to thejohannawhite.com. My makeup is there, my hair stuff is there, my boutique is there, my free newsletter is there, my whitening kit that I use, you guys, I have a discount code for that. That's there. I'm going to be adding my YouTube there shortly. That's on my list to do. So everything about me is at thejohannawhite.com. You can access all of it. And then I just have to approve just to make sure they're real people that are getting added into my boutique. Okay. So anyway, so what are your chakras, right? So if you, depending on who you listen to, they say that you have hundreds of chakras in your body, but there's 7 main chakras that we focus on, that you hear about, that you see. And actually, let me grab one of my sheets. I got one of these in a bundle that I ordered. So I'm just going to show you, because you probably have seen this picture. You probably have seen this type of picture, very similar somewhere on Facebook, Google, Pinterest, something. These are your chakras, okay? So you have your crown chakra, you have your third eye chakra, throat chakra, heart chakra, solar plexus chakra, your sacral chakra, and your root chakra, okay? These are your 7 main chakras to focus on, and that's how we're going to create balance within your life, okay? So this is kind of cool. Maybe I should make some of these for my chakra bundles. I will. So I'm just going to read the exact verbiage that they've given me, so I can make sure I'm factual with all you guys. I know what they are. We're going to talk about them, but I always like to give you the complete translation based on the term, okay? So chakras are various focal points used in a variety of ancient meditation practices. They are thought to be spinning discs. So when you see them, right, you get these little like symbols that they're in a disc shape, because they literally believe that your chakras spin. So your crown chakra spins up here, your third eye spins, your throat spins, your heart spins, solar plexus, sacral, and roots down by your bum. Okay? So although they say they all spin inside your body, okay? It's energy, it's vibration, right? So it says they're thought to be spinning discs of energy that should stay open and are open and aligned as they correspond to bundles of nerves, major organs, and areas of our energetic body that affect our emotional and physical well-being, okay? And then each chakra has a name, associated color, and a meaning. So that's why they have all the colors, and then where they're placed in their body, and what they mean to you, right? So we're going to go over the main 7 chakras here, the 7 main chakras that I want to talk about today. And then I do have a chakra kit, right, that you can get all of the stones in. I will be adding this to my boutique. So watch for the post this week for this. I'll also put it in my newsletter tonight, okay? And we're going to talk about these stones and how you can use them and what they mean to you and your chakras and how they can help you, right? So your root chakra. So I do a lot of work on my root chakra and my crown chakra. Sometimes my throat chakra, because I do a lot of communication with you guys, and your throat chakra is really important. But mainly for me with my GI problems, my tailbone issues, my headaches, all of that is going to come down to my third eye and crown, usually my crown, and then my root, all right? So your root chakra is red. Okay, so when you see this, it's red, all right? And it's located at the base of your spine in your tailbone area. It is for physical identity, stability, and grounding, and which we've talked about grounding in our videos before, you guys. Yes, Lori, that does help with alignment, but not necessarily your energetic field. No, because I go to the chiropractor too, but there's other things that you need to be in alignment, but absolutely that could be a key component in it, for real. So then there's your sacral chakra. So that is going to be your orange. And I like that I have this so I can show you. So your root is red, and then your sacral is going to be more of the orangey tone. And that's located just beneath your belly button, just above your pubic bone, right? Your pubic bone is right in between your belly, but it's in between your belly button and your pubic bone on top, right? And that's for sexuality, pleasure, and creativity. And we're going to talk about that a little bit. And then your solar plexus is going to be the color yellow, which is located in your upper abdomen in your stomach area. That's going to be for self-esteem and confidence. Then you have your heart chakra, which you know where your heart is. That's going to be up by your heart. That is green. Okay, that's going to be for green. And that's located in the center of your chest, just above the heart, also called the heart center. That's for love and compassion. We'll get into some other things with the heart chakra as well. And then your throat chakra is blue. Okay, that's going to be like a blue color located in the throat for communication. Okay, your third eye is indigo, right here, kind of like a bluish purplish color. That's located between the eyes and the forehead, which is also known as the brow chakra. And when we do affirmations and mantras with your third eye, you always want to press on it, okay? Because that's going to help you activate that a little bit more and create more balance, okay? I do have something on sciatica, Sherry. Yeah, I do. I absolutely do. And then your crown, which for me, okay, so you guys have been on my Mindfulness Mondays for my sleeping and my meditations, right? And you guys, remember I told you how to pretend your crown chakra or the top of your head was a lotus flower and pretend that light was coming in. And for me, I always saw yellow light. That's what I see. But they say to see purple light. So I actually learned that. But I still to this day see yellow. Because for me, yellow represents happiness. And just, I don't know, it makes people smile, right? Like sunshine and love and light. And so that's what I see. But that's part of your crown chakra. Okay, that's when I was teaching you guys that's opening up your crown chakra, right? It's all these Mindfulness Mondays are all going to intertwine, okay? So your crown chakra is going to be on top of your head, all right? And that's violet or white, and it's for awareness and intelligence, okay? And for open-mindedness, okay? Which would be big for this. So how you can see if your chakras are imbalanced, there's going to be a few things. So for your root chakra, if you are balanced, which is at the bottom of your bum, if you're balanced with your root chakra, you would feel safe, you would feel secure, you would be centered, you'd be grounded, and you'd be happy to be alive. If it's blocked, if your root chakra is blocked, which means you need to balance it out, you would feel fearfulness, anxiousness, unsure, financial instabilities, and being not grounded, so ungrounded. And then if you were overactive, if you have an overactive chakra, you could feel greedy, have a lust for power, be aggressive, be materialistic, and be cynical. So if you feel the fearfulness and the anxiousness and ungrounded, or you're starting to feel greedy and a lust for power, and you're cynical and you're materialistic and aggressive, those are imbalanced root chakras. So we need to bring you into the center, which would bring you the safe and secure and centered and grounded and happy to be alive with no questions about it. Physical warning signs that you could be imbalanced. If you're like, I'm not really greedy, I'm not really materialistic, but I'm not really fearful right now, maybe a little bit anxious. What could I feel if my root chakra was imbalanced? You could feel constipation. You guys, that's my biggest GI problem it's bad. But for me, so that's my imbalance. I have constipation because of it. You could have an eating disorder. You could have sciatica, arthritis, lower body pain, and immune system problems, okay? That all comes down to your root chakra. Good morning, lovies. Thank you for the shares. If you guys do find value and you love this and you're like, people need to hear more of this, like, This is some hippy dippy stuff, so you got to be open-minded about it. But just hit that share button, you guys, and then just comment that you hashtag JoJo'd, because that's what we do over here. And then your sacral chakra, which remember is down in between your belly button and above your pubic bone. That, if you're balanced, you'd feel passionate, you'd be creative, you'd have a healthy libido, you'd be optimistic, and you'd be open. If it's blocked, you'd have a low libido, fear of intimacy, no creativity, and feel isolated. If you're overactive, you would be over emotional, fixated on sex. So sex addicts would have a sacral chakra that's imbalanced. It would be overactive, manipulative, and then some warning signs. Yes, and there are ways you can figure out if your chakras are imbalanced too, but I'm not going to get into that because that's going real deep into the hippy dippy stuff, which involves like pendulums and stuff like that. I have a pendulum, but my children broke it because we used to do it all the time with each other. But physical warning signs of imbalance would be reproductive issues, urinary problems, lower back pain, and kidney dysfunction, okay? Solar plexus, which is going to be your midline, which is going to be your upper abdomen. You guys remember that is the yellow. If you're balanced, you'd feel confident, you'd feel in control, you'd have personal power, you'd have drive, and you'd have good self-image. You'd love yourself through and through. Liz, we're going to get to that in the end. I just want to go through all these because I think some of you guys have these ailments and you're like, listening. I want to hear, like, what about the third eye? So we're going to go through all of the ailments, some warning signs on how they could be blocked, and then we're going to get into how you can balance them out and unblock them, okay? How do I get this? Hold on. We're going. So if your solar plexus, the yellow one, is blocked, you'd have low self-esteem. You'd be feeling powerless or an inferiority complex. If you're overactive, you could be power hungry, domineering, perfectionist, and critical. Now, my solar plexus, I work on a little bit because I'm a perfectionist. I have moved mountains over the last few years in my perfectionist OCD issues. So I've really worked heavily on my solar plexus. So now I focus more on my root because that one was forgotten for years. And I work on my throat for communication. Always keep that one open and clear. I try to keep them all, but there's ones you're going to focus on. And then my crown chakra for sure. So physical warning signs of imbalance for the yellow solar plexus would be digestive issues, liver dysfunction, fatigue, blood pressure issues, and colon diseases, okay? For your heart chakra, which is the green, remember, if you're balanced, you'd feel peace, you'd feel loving and compassionate, tolerant, warm, and open. If you were blocked, you'd have a lack of empathy, you'd be bitter, you'd be hateful, you'd have trust issues, and you'd be intolerant, okay? So there's a lot of people with imbalanced heart chakras right now because of everything that's going on in the world. A lot of people are being closed-minded. A lot of people are being angry and hateful and or vengeful, I should say. And they're just not being compassionate for other people and what's going on around us. So we got to really work on that heart chakra, okay? Jennifer, it's okay. Girl, most people's chakras are imbalanced. Mine, you can literally go imbalance every single day and have to balance them back out. It's okay. That is the importance of smudging and mindfulness practices, belief practices, meditation practices. If you guys have not watched Down to Earth with Zac Efron on Netflix, watch it. He even talks about learning how to meditate and how it completely transforms your day. Completely. Some hippy dippy stuff. But the thing of it is, I think people are becoming more open to these things because modern medicine is not what it used to be. The world around us is not what it used to be. People are so greedy and money hungry right now. The big pharma wants your money. They want you to stay sick. Legitimately. And people can argue with me all day about it. Okay, people are becoming more open to holistic medicine, functional medicine, which you guys hear me talk about. That's how I've literally transformed my GI problems and my chronic illnesses is through functional medicine, holistic healing. And people are starting to open up. And you know why? Because they're starting to see the big picture because the universe is putting these things into place and putting these things into action without us even knowing it. And then all of a sudden we're starting to open our minds up a little bit and we're just like, wait, what about this? And we're starting to question what's happening around us. And I think 2020 it's very difficult, but I like I tell everybody, and I will preach this, 2020 was needed. What is going on around us was needed. I know people are dying. I know it's not something that's small. I know it's real. COVID is a real thing. Do I think it's over publicized and mediated and big fear tactics are happening with it? Absolutely. Do I have my own opinions on the government and everything else with the elections? Absolutely. But I feel like 2020 was so needed for everybody because it is causing people and forcing people to, number one, slow down. Number two, really learn to sit down and be fulfilled with themselves, to learn to love themselves, to learn to be okay with themselves. You know, before our lives are just, we're running, go. Life, days, weeks, years pass us by before we can take a step back and breathe. And this has forced people to learn to love yourself and do some self-work on yourself. Do you want to be happy? Do you want to be fulfilled? Do you want to be healed? Do you want to have forgiveness and feel a sense of rebirth in your life? 2020 is the year of resurrection, you guys. I am telling you, it is one of the biggest years that we will ever encounter in our life. And you're either going to run with it or you're going to struggle and suffer through it because you're not open to the positive that's coming with it. There's always a silver lining. There's always something to be learned. And I truly believe with the BLM movement, with COVID, with all the things going on with the election and all of the things that are happening around us, that's crazy, frustrating, upsetting. There's always a silver lining, okay? Always a silver lining, but you have to see that. And I think this year is the year of people really seeing outside of their closed-mindedness that they might have had before, or their ignorance that they had before. Because we all have our own little pieces of ignorance. I'm going to be honest, okay? And it's seeing that life is so short. 2020 is really showing people that life is so short. And it's meant to be lived and enjoyed. And you deserve to be fulfilled and happy, right? And not feel anxious and not feel fearful that you are alive. You are alive. And although life sucks and shits on us sometimes, that is life. What were you meant to learn from it? How are you going to grow from it? How are you going to teach other people to overcome the shiz that you've gone through in your life? 2020 is the year of revolution, of resurrection, of rebirth. Okay? It is difficult for a lot of people to see that right now, but I truly in my heart believe that people will recognize this when 2020 is over and they're going to be like, even 10 years down the road, wow, 2020 was woo! That was one for the books. I never want to go through it again, but I learned a lot of stuff in 2020. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's what I want you guys to see. And that's why I'm talking about this stuff. And I'm not going to be quiet about it because I'm not here to post on my social media about my feelings on the elections and my feelings on the government, my feelings on COVID and my feelings on the BLM movement and everything going on around us. I don't need to do that. I don't need to portray negativity and my opinions and coming off as judgy on my social media. I'm not going to do that. Instead, what I'm going to focus on and what I'm going to post about and what I'm going to share and what I'm going to talk about is how you can become better through it all. How can you overcome it? How can you see the silver lining? How can you still envision your dreams coming true? How can you become happy again? How can you feel fulfillment in your life? How can you find rebirth and resurrection and forgiveness in your heart, right? That's what I'm going to talk about. That's what I'm going to focus on. That's what I'm going to post about. And that's what I'm going to live my life with because you know what? I'm not focusing on the BLM movement. I'm not focusing on COVID and what it's doing in our sitting around us. I'm not focusing on the nasty media portrayals that are happening every single day on our news stations and on social media. I'm not focusing on that. Okay? I'm not with the people who are like, oh, I gotta leave Facebook because I just can't take it. And I'm sorry if that's you, but I'm not sorry. Because that means you have some inner work that you need to handle, that you need to deal with, that you need to heal. Because you are allowing outside forces, I'm on tangents, good loud. You are now allowing outside forces to control you. You have now allowed outside forces and people and things take your power from you. Now what do you have left? You have nothing once you give up your power. And I will never allow another human being, social media, the news, disease, movements, ever take my happiness and my fulfillment and my power. I own that shit. And I will continue to own that shit. And I will keep myself balanced and centered and grounded. And yes, I have bad days. Last week was awful, you guys. But did you notice? No, you didn't notice, because I still stayed positive through it all. I still shared my love. I still shared my light. I still shared my compassion. And I did that because I knew if I would breathe that into you guys, I would feel it. I would feel it. That was my focus. I wasn't focusing on the shit that was going down. I wasn't focusing on every single day something else was coming up and it was a straight up domino effect. I still smudged every day. I still kept myself in check. And you know what? Look at me now. Right? You got to see the bigger picture. You have to find the focus in it. What are you willing to focus on? Are you going to focus on the negativity? Or are you going to focus on the positive? Because here's the thing, because I think this gets misconstrued. People are like, oh, well, you don't want to talk about it because you just don't want the flack from other people because you're of your opinion. I have my opinions, but I don't feel the need to broadcast that all over my social media. What is it doing for anybody? It's wreaking havoc. It's breaking relationships. It's ruining people's lives. Like, I'm not here to focus on that garbage. I have my opinions. I'm going to keep them to myself unless I'm poked. And I'm not going to let anybody poke me because that's on me. That's on me. You let that happen. I'm going to focus on love. I'm going to focus on compassion and understanding people's concerns and frustrations and anger and still loving them anyways. Because we need to just learn to agree to disagree, and we don't all have to be best friends, and we don't all have to have the same views, but we all still be able to love each other. Period, point blank. I still love and have forgiven people who have completely tried to destroy me, okay? That have abused me, that have assaulted me. You know, I have done that in my heart for my growth, for my spirit, for my love, for my future, right? For me to keep my power. That was a choice, right? We all have a choice, and we have it every single day, multiple times a day, all right? Now we just spent 15 minutes preaching. Now we gotta get back on subject. Poop. Anyway, if anybody need to hear that, make sure you hit the share button because John was just up on a soapbox. Anyway, so we talked about the heart chakra, right? So we were talking about if it's blocked, you would have lack of empathy, you'd be bitter, you'd be hateful, you'd have trust issues, you'd be intolerant. Okay, we just talked heavily on the heart chakra, didn't we? We sure did. If it's overactive, you could feel jealousy, you could feel codependent, you could feel self-sacrificing, and you give too much to people, okay? You're too much of a giver and you don't think about yourself, right? Now, if you want balance, that'd be peaceful, loving, compassionate, tolerant, warm, and open. Physical warning signs of imbalance. You could have asthma, heart disease, lung disease, pain in your arms, and problems with your lymphatic system, all right? Throat chakra, right? So your throat chakra is the blue. That's your communication. That is the main thing with the throat chakra is communication, learning to speak. My throat chakra is open AF, as you can tell, as I'm up on my soapboxes, okay? If it's balanced, you'd have content expression. You'd have clear communication. You'd be creative and you'd be diplomatic, right? If it's blocked, you will feel like you can't express yourself or speak out. You'll be misunderstood. You'll come off as secretive and not a good listener. Hello, lovey. You just missed it, Emily. I was up on my soapbox. You got to hit the replay for that 15-minute chunk and be like, damn, boo. If you have an overactive throat chakra, you could come off as being too opinionated, loud, critical, gossipy, yeller, talk over others, and have harsh words, okay? And then physical warning signs would be sore throat, TMJ, ulcers, thyroid issues, facial problems, and pain in your neck, okay? I get pain in the back of my neck. Now, I get pain in the back of my neck because if I have a lot of people here, this is gonna be really hippy dippy and weird, but I have some people that, you know, when you come off and you're really, really happy with yourself, there's a lot of people out there that truly think like she's being fake. There's no way that she's that happy that much. Like, that's not real life. But that's a self-reflection of them, not of me, right? That's always a self-reflection. It has nothing to do with me and everything to do with them. Okay? I'm not judging. I see people who live the dream every single day. I see people who have literally been in their marriages for 70 years and had 5 fights. Like, legit. Does that happen? Yes. I've seen relationships that they bicker and fight every single day. That's on them. That's not a self-reflection of me. I don't care what they're doing. I'm sorry you have to go through that. I hope you find peace and harmony and you guys can figure that out. Right? But am I going to look at this couple over here who's been married for 70, 80 years and they've only had 5 fights and absolutely still love each other and hold hands and cuddle at 90 some years old? Am I going to judge them and be like, that's not real? That's like once in a lifetime or thing. That's like once in a blue moon. That's once in a billion people. Like, that doesn't happen. It obviously does happen. And I'm going to always strive for that relationship over there. Right? So for me with that, I get pain in my neck sometimes because there's people out there that pass judgment. And when that happens out of my control, I can get like some pain in my neck and I have to go to my Reiki master and she helps. She almost says like she's scraping black off of the back of my neck. And that's coming from other people. That's not me. Maybe I'm absorbing it because that chakra is not completely balanced, but it's out of my control. So I have to kind of get that like cleaned off from inside of me and in my energy field. It's crazy. Absolutely, Faith. Absolutely. Okay. So with your thirst, we got 2 more and then we're going to go into how to clear them up and balance them. Okay. Absolutely, Bethany. You said that to a T, honey bunny. I got my own opinions, right? Okay, so we have our third eye, boop, right here. Okay, we have our crown. We're going to talk about those 2 yet. So your third eye, if that's balanced, you'd be imaginative and intuitive. You'd have clear thoughts. You'd see beyond the physical, which means you could maybe see or feel different people's energy. Like, I don't know if you've ever, I'm sure you've all felt this way. Like, we have more stuff within us than we really know. You might think I'm not spiritual, I don't believe in that stuff. But let's say you are talking to somebody who's just real negative and you feel like a darkness when you go around them. You know when you feel like, oh, so-and-so is going to be there. Oh, she's such a Debbie Downer. She just sucks the life out of me. That's you feeling and seeing something that's not physical. Okay? Just so you're aware. So you have abilities you don't even know you have. And we all have them in certain ways, in certain forms, and in certain levels, okay? So that would be part of your third eye. If it was blocked, you'd have poor judgment, lack of focus, and poor imagination. If it was overactive, you could have nightmares, delusions, hallucinations, be obsessive, and see too many spirits. Maybe you're like somebody who's real ghostly. I'm very paranormal. I love that stuff. I used to see a lot of that type of stuff when I was little. We lived in a little bit of a haunted house, and I've had a lot of death in my life. And being young, you're more open to it because you don't have the all the things people have said and taught you, right? And told you that's hubbub. That's not real. That's why children can see more than we can see, and animals can see more than we can see, okay? Because they don't know any better. They're so open to what's going on around them. They don't know what's real and what's not real, or what's physical and what's not physical. You know what I mean? So you might see too many spirits, which means you have to balance that chakra and protect yourself, right? Put up that shield. So physical warning signs of imbalance would be headaches. I'm a chronic headache sufferer. Headaches, sinus issues, hearing loss, eye strain, hormone dysfunction, okay? Your crown chakra, which is on top of your head, that's the yellow one, you guys. That one, if you're balanced, you'd have strong faith, universal love, intelligent. You'd be aware, you'd become off wise, and you'd be understanding of people. If it was blocked, you could be depressed, have learning difficulties, weak faith, anger at the divine, which the divine is like whatever your belief system is, God, Buddha, Hinduism, whatever you have, you know, Lady of Guadalupe, all those things. That would be if you're blocked. And then if you're overactive, you'd be dogmatic, you'd be judgmental, you'd have a spiritual addiction. Those people who are real I don't want this to come off the wrong way, guys. Hold on. People who might be like on corners with pickets, like saying you're going to hell because of what you're wearing or what you say, or you don't give them money, you're going to hell. Those type of people. You know what that's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying. There's too much spiritual addiction. Is their crown chakra's a little imbalanced, okay? Physical warning signs would be sensitivity to light and sounds, okay? And remember that one. I'm sorry, that's not yellow. That's purple. I'm so sorry. I was thinking, because I always see a yellow light. Yellow is your solar plexus. Your crown is purple, sorry. Okay, so how are we going to open our chakras? So you can include your crystals in this, and we'll go through crystals in just a second. And I'm going to try to put them in order so you can see. It's going to be a little bit difficult, but I will try my hardest for you guys to try to get this shown. And then, here we go. Okay. So here, I just don't want to tip them over. So here are my chakras in order from head to bum, right? So you have your crown chakra, which would be your amethyst stone. I mean, you're going to see a list of all different stones, but these are like the main ones you'll see. And these are the ones I use, okay? So your amethyst, your third eye would be like a lapis lazuli, maybe like a sodalite. I use a lapis lazuli. Your throat chakra, I'm using an angelite. You can see blue lace agate too. Your heart chakra, remember, is green. I'm using green aventurine. You could see rose quartz too because it's compassionate. It's a love stone. But I'm going to use green aventurine. And then my solar plexus, which remember is yellow, I'm using citrine. And I think you can also use tiger's eye for your solar plexus. And then your sacral, you're going to do like a carnelian. And then your root chakra, I'm using red jasper, but you could also use a smoky quartz. So I have them in order, okay? Now, what you can do with these, you guys, is you can lay down flat on the floor and you can lay them on the chakras, right? While you're laying down, right? You could lay and do your little meditation that way. You could do a lay down meditation, okay? You can use these stones. It will help you. They have their own energetic fields that will help you. And it will actually, stones enhance meditation. Can you do meditation without stones? Yes, I've taught you guys how to do that. But stones and crystals, even just by touching them. I don't have a headache today, but let's say I am feeling a headache coming on, or I need more balance or protectiveness. This is the healer stone. This is your amethyst. Even just holding onto it, wearing it on a necklace, you guys, wearing it on a ring, wearing it on a bracelet. That's why you see a lot of hippie people. I don't say hippie people. You know what I'm talking about. Like the ladies who have all the bead bracelets. I don't like a lot of bracelets on my arms. That's just a weird thing I have. So I'll wear them sometimes, but not a lot. That's because they want to feel that energy all day, okay? So you have your stones. So how to open your chakras, you can meditate and do mantras together. And I will give you mantras for every single chakra. And I've already told you the stones for every single chakra. And then what you can envision when you're meditating, okay? So let's say you're laying down, you're doing your breathing exercises, right? You're breathing in really, really deeply. You're feeling your chest rise and fall. Your thoughts are disappearing. You're concentrating on your chest rising and falling, and the breath in and the breath out, right? We've done this before together numerous times. Deep breath in, inhaling the positive, exhale out. Exhaling all the doubt, all the negative, all the fears, all the anxiety, getting out of your body, out of your soul, out of your spirit, okay? So when you're laying down, put your stones on you if you have them. If you don't, you can still do this, okay? Hold on here. So it'll calm your mind and body with deep breathing and mindful, positive phrases to fill your open mind. It helps you feel free of tension by letting it flow out of your body, and you begin to notice the actual range of sensations your body is meant to feel, okay? Yes, Lori, I did have in my original cleansing kits, I had a little card in there on how to charge and cleanse the crystals. Absolutely. Because I did talk about that a couple weeks ago, that your crystals absorb your energy. So what can happen is your crystals can start to look dirty. This is a really good one. So this is my clear quartz. This one will start to look foggy. And it's so bizarre. but it takes your energy, so you have to charge it. I usually say in the Moonlight, some of them you can charge in water. Selenite you can't charge in water because it's salt-based, so it will disintegrate. But you can use sunlight for some of them. You can bury some of them. You can do some of them in water. Moon is the easiest, to be honest, okay? So for your root chakra, which is your butt, which would be my red jasper, right? Close your eyes, do your breathing, lay down. Have your crystals on you if you have your crystals on you, okay? Then you're going to envision a red light glowing and spinning, because remember we talked about the gears. So it'd be spinning at its center. Feel it move in the time of your breathing, right? And then you can say to yourself, or you can say it out loud, it's completely up to you, I am here. I am now. I am safe, okay? That would ground you, right? Your root chakra is meant to ground you. So red jasper or smoky quartz. Then your sacral chakra, which for me would be my carnelian. Picture an orange. I should say orange. Picture an orange light spinning. Remember, that's between your belly button and your pubic bone. And pulling in the time of the rhythm of your breathing. So you can mantra to yourself. Emily, I know I need to do it, okay? You could say to yourself, I am worthy. I am a work of art. I allow my inner self to be seen and expressed. So that could help you clear out your sacral chakra, okay? And balance it out with the meditation, with the mantras. And then if you include stones on top of it or crystals, it'll help balance those chakras out, okay? And this is something you're going to want to do, especially if you have a day of you're super, super anxious. That is telling me that one of your chakras is out of alignment, okay? Then your solar plexus, which I would use my citrine. You guys know I love my citrine. I meditate a lot with my citrine. Picture a yellow light spinning here. This is a place where you feel love and excitement. That's why I love citrine, because it's the stone of joy, you guys. It is the stone of joy. The yellow coloring, it just brings happiness and excitement into your life. And then say to yourself, I have a purpose on this planet. I have the strength, confidence, and life energy I need to fulfill it. That would be your solar plexus. And you can work on your chakras. You can do them multiple times if you want in the meditation. If you fall asleep, you fall asleep. That does not mean you failed, just so you know. I fall asleep during my meditations every single night before bed. So, not before bed, but when I go to sleep, you guys know. So that means you're mindful and you're calm, which is exactly where you want to be when you're falling asleep and exactly where you're meditating. So don't be like, oh, I failed because I fell asleep when I was doing my prayers or I was doing my mantras or I was doing my meditation. No, that's actually kind of a good thing. That means you relax yourself, and that's beautiful. And then you go to your heart chakra, which I have the green aventurine. You guys, if you watched my stories last week, I just got a green aventurine Buddha. He's in my bedroom. It's so cute. I'm obsessed with him. So for your heart chakra, envision a green light here, right? We're talking about all the colors. You can even place your palm flat on the area as you breathe. So if you have your stone on you, you can kind of do this when you're doing your meditation, doing your breathing exercises, and it'll just enhance that a little bit, help you focus on your heart chakra. And then you can a mantra to yourself, I love myself unconditionally. I open my heart with compassion and unconditional love for all beings. Whether you agree with them or not, whether you think they're disgusting human beings, they've done you wrong, they've done nasty things, you know what I'm saying. Still love them. Still, you don't have to agree with them. You don't have to, when I say love them, you don't love them and want to be friends with them. You just give them love. That's why I would say, I'm just going to pray for you. I'm just going to send my love and light. I'm going to pray for that soul because they need it, you know? Do I agree with what they do? Nope. Do I want to be friends with them? Nope. But I'll wish them well, and I will never speak an ill word. I will never. I will say the facts. If it's a fact that you murdered somebody, it's a fact that you abused your wife or whatever it is, it's a fact. Will I spread garbage about them? No. Will I focus on it? Nope. I'm going to wish you well. I'm going to send you my love and light, and I'm going to give you compassion and love because they need it the most, okay? So I love myself unconditionally. I open my heart with compassion, unconditional love for all beings, because I'm telling you right now, if you just spread love and light, that's what you're going to get more of in your life, okay? And then, my father-in-law is here now. Your throat chakra. So this is going to be, I use angelite, but this is where you can use blue lace agate too. I use angelite, which I think it's Tyrus loves Angelite. He always grabs my Angelite. So that always tells me like he's got another level of spirituality in him, because this is like your, I don't want to say like your psychic stone, but this levels up your spiritual enlightenment. Okay. So this for your throat. So focus on the hollow of your throat. Imagine a blue light rotating and moving with your breath. And then you can say to yourself, what I say matters. I give voice to my truth and my inner wisdom while you're meditating, okay? And then you got your third eye, which is going to be the indigo, which you're going to envision an indigo light here. You can put your stone here. Remember, if you do your third eye, you can always press on it. It helps give a little bit more energy to it and vibration. But envision the indigo light here spinning very vividly on your third eye, okay? I'm using lapis lazuli. I love this stone. This is, if you suffer with anxiety, or like self-worth issues or depression, I always suggest lapis lazuli. And this actually just went out my Boho soul boxes this morning, was the lapis lazuli and a rose quartz. So I love lapis, okay? The mantra you can say is, I see clearly as the obstacles of my ego fall away, because we all have an ego, even if you don't want to admit it. I trust my intuitive knowing. Boom. Okay, and then your last one is your crown chakra. So I always use an amethyst. They do say you can use a clear quartz. So this came with my bundle, and you can also use them together. It'll just enhance the amethyst. But this is my favorite clear quartz right here. So you can do a purple light beaming from the top of your head. Remember I told you that earlier. I always say a yellow. But you can do purple or white. And you got your purple stone here. And that connects you to the energy of the universe around you. All right. So that opens up your crown chakra. Can you type that third eye stone name? Yes, Britt, get on my newsletter list, honey. Britt, go to thejohannawhite.com and go on my free newsletter list. And thank you, Emily. And all of the stones are going to be listed there, why they're important, how you can use them, all these, everything I'm saying to you is on the document that I typed up for you guys this morning. Okay. And anybody who's on my newsletter list will get it for free in the email tonight. Well, I'll either send it tonight or tomorrow morning. Okay. But then your mantra you can say is, I am one with the universal presence that transcends space and time and pervades all that is. As it should be. Right? So there's that. Yes. Thank you, Emily, for helping them out. So I just go into what all the stones mean, all that kind of stuff, you guys. But get on my newsletter list if you want that list. I just kind of talked about them here. But that's it. That's how easy it can be, you guys. But I wanted to teach you how and why chakras are so important, and the physical ailments that you could be having every single day of your life and you didn't even realize it, just because of some spiritual things that are inside of you that you could be fixing and healing and balancing just on your own. So if you guys love this, you found value in it, even when I was on my soapbox for 15 minutes, make sure to hit that share button, spread the love, and make sure if you do not follow me to hit the follow button, to follow the Johanna White, because I'm here every single Monday doing these types of things, more mindfulness practices. Every week is going to be different. I do makeup lives during the week. I do hair lives during the week. I do boutique stuff during the week. I'm always here to share the love. If you guys ever want to message me, just message me. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. And then make sure to get over, when you're on thejohannawhite.com, get over to Velvet Noire Boutique. That's where I'm going to be dropping my chakra bundle. You can get my cleansing kit over there. My Boho Soul Box is out right now, but I will be getting a new one every single month. So I'm getting my August ones ready as we speak. I love you guys. I appreciate you guys. Have an amazing Monday. I hope this was a great start to your week, and we will chat soon, loves. Much love always.